In real quick. This is going to be a quick opening. I'm going to kind of hold the camera this time because the wind is pretty rugged. Maybe on this smooth place it won't blow as much. It's pretty windy out, as you can tell. It's one of these cold days. It's not a cold, and this just doing an opening. I've got a little bit of machining on the video this week. Mainly where I was working on the piece to go over to Shire. I think that's the most of what I've got machining. I'm going to try to, if I don't know if I get it downloaded, I've got an upcoming project and I got the video on my phone. So if I get it downloaded and put in this week's video, that'll be there too. So that, shot at a bed liner, just some simple stuff. You know, my time, we're getting a little less time at work, but I've been spending more time, you know, with my evolving relationship with Chris. So that's kind of tying up. So I mean, no, not complaining. This just nature of life. And so I'm trying to get all this stuff together. I want to get back in the shop some more. Hopefully, as it warms up, I can heat the shop. Just haven't had the time. Sit down and decide what I really want to do in my projects right now. So I hope you enjoy this week, and like I say, we'll try to keep these coming. I'm not at it as hard as I was, but mainly it's the same thing: work, subject matter, whatnot. Now, if anything interesting comes along, I'll put it on there for you. Have a great day. You'll have to excuse the heater; it's a little bit cold this morning. Last video, I was talking about the trim ring. This has been a bozo adventure. I have bozoed 3 of these up. Either board, the first one I had pretty well made and boarded too big. And then I've had problems with the saw not operating properly. So what I'm into doing now is I'm going to try to I'm going to actually take this piece back over in the other lathe, I think, and I'm going to try to machine this here off flat as best I can. And then I'm going to take and put this on an arbor and machine the rest of it. And that way I can get it to kind of somewhat what we want. Try to get me 2 surfaces that's somewhat together. And that seems to be the bigger challenge for the day. And see, what I'm working on now is the way I can get one side of this machined all the way out to the edge where I can locate it. So I'm going to do that. What I'm doing now, I'll just try to turn you down here, is I'm making an arbor, and I'm going to mount this on an arbor, then I'm going to machine it down to get the edge, to have something to work with. So that's what the plan is. Okay, this is what I'm doing now. I've got the front side slick. This is going to be the side that's going up against the wall, and I'm just actually going to machine a little bit out and thin it up. There's no real size to this, and what I'm doing is I'm just going to, like I say, I'm just going to machine it and leave a little step here. I just don't want to take big cuts at one time because I'll have to have a burr to remove it. This is probably going to be it. I'm not going to make it really big. This is probably the last cut on the inside. Like I said, this has been a real bozo project. I have really had a lot of bozo with this. I've made a lot of mistakes. For something so simple. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna go in there and just barely kiss that up, just enough to get a real good slick, make that slick, knock all the little nibbies off. I'm gonna really just kick the RPM up like I did up on the other side and just really speed it out there and just take a foul to it, just make it slick. Even though you won't see this will be up against the wall. I'm got another project I'm going to do this morning while I'm down here. See, now that's nice and slick, fairly slick. It's going to be hard to get it perfect. We'll run the D-bar around in here and there we go. Take this sucker out. There it is. That's what I've been trying to make for, I believe, a couple of weeks. And I to be honest, I hadn't worked consistently. Here's what it's for. This is your shower head. And you heard me talk about it. Like I said, it's good and tight. That's what I wanted. Probably I might take the D-bar right break around in it just a hair because of it spun on one of the operations and it kind of probably put a little bit of a burr inside of it. I just don't want it that loose with it. Yeah, that helps right there. See, that's good. I wanted this tight. So when it goes back in, when I put it in the wall, I want that sucker to be in there good and tight. That's what it is. It's tight. That's what it is. So when it goes up against the wall like that, it's going to be tight, go right in there and screw up. And then we'll just slide that right up against the wall. There it is. So that's the end of that problem. We're going to make a narrow nut thing for my indicator. And since I've already had to turn this down this morning to make that decent, to make that a quick arbor up for to make that part, I'm just going to stop here real quick and just put it back in. I've changed, put my four jaw chuck off, and so we're going to really tap this out and make a go ahead and I'm going to leave it here on the table. those on my face, folks. I'm sorry, I just left the camera running when I'm doing that, but I apologize. But I can always, I had it, I just sort of laid it on. A lot of times I'll just use it. Now you watch me, I'm gonna move you right in here with me. I might just aim the camera down a little bit. Sometimes I'm gonna move everything around. Well, sometimes you put these, all right. Let's fire the lathe up and drill the hole. This is already tapped quarter 20 anyway. But ain't you know the hot sticks are right up here. Anyway, I'm just going to drill it a little tight. Since it's already got a threaded hole, I just want to make sure it's deep enough. I'm going to throw the knurl on it right quick. And I'm not even going to line it up because it's already threaded. It's probably threaded enough to work, but I'm just going to use this little piece of aluminum to make me a quick knob. I'm going to make a quick knurl knob right fast to knurl the out. I'm going to show you. I'm going to steal a page from Tupacane. He done something on a vise to give me a really good idea, and I'm going to use it to make this piece for my indicator stands, and I'm going to show you in just a minute. Alright, let's just get this. Alright. Set the knurl tool up right quick. I hope all I need to do is get a little bit on the end, so I don't have to be super exact on this. I'm just going to try to center it up and squeeze its tail down there. Down and fire it up. You know, I've kind of modified mine, and you've seen this on a previous video. I know, you know, there's a lot of different schools of thoughts on these things, and quite honestly, a lot of different ones. My personal one is I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I know I'm going to say I'm not right all the time, but I'm one who likes to put my compound in a place and try to leave it like the threading and stuff. That was the way I was taught how to run a lathe, actually. The guy that I worked for before I went to eat, that's what they did. I'm just going to got to throw a quick knurl. I may have to pop the light on here to see. I can move it in just a hair. I'm trying to get it on just right on the edge here enough to give me a knurl. I believe that's going to do the job right there. That's just going to do it right there. Let's just pull her off and see. Oh yes, just track it up just right nice with us. Can't beat that with a stick. So I just meant, like I say, that's the handy thing about having these locks set up. You can just reach right up there and grab them. Knock the face back off and then put the cutting off tool in, and we'll have the aforementioned then we'll make the stud. isn't going to be a, what's it called? I've not got no measurements. I'm just making a nut. Just kind of nut to go right on the end of the knurl of this indicator holder, so it doesn't. I'm not trying to get it exact. I ain't got any dimensions. I'm just making it by eye. There it goes. Do its thing right quick. I'm going to put the collet chuck on and set that up. I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn the camera off after I finish this. I'm going to put the collet chuck on and show you what the plan is to do. Now, one quick little knurl. Okay, folks, I'll bring you back in a minute. This is a completed stud, and it didn't quite do what I wanted, but this is after I had a couple little things that, again, just lessons learned. I think if I'm going to do another one, I got another indicator stand and it's actually right behind me, the Noga that the camera's mounted on. I'm going to make another stud like this for. So, but basically there it is. So that was a nice simple way of doing it. And here's my little small knockoff I use. These smaller lathes, see it? A little step, this tightens right up on there like that. So now, after I do that, you can see how much put this. I got this cheap Char's indicator I'll slap on there, and then I got a little thumb screw here. I'll get it started. So you see, that's what we got right here. So see, that's going to work out just fine. You see, then that'll just tighten right up, right like that. That tightens up. You see, that's just almost too big, but that's just about right. Plenty of leverage. You know, I could have made it longer and had a beveled end to it, but that works. So that's what I'm going to use a lot here for this. It's a knockoff mini Noga, similar to a Noga, and it works pretty decent. You know, it ain't as good as a real McCoy. I'll probably make me another one here to turn me down a none for this in here. I know I've shown clips of my truck before, but last week I had it bed liner sprayed in it, and I just wanting to show you how it turned out. This is kind of a view of it. I know it's not machining, but I had it done here locally. Actually, Leonard got it, and I'm rather proud of it. It looks really good. I haven't really cleaned the truck up. Valentine's weekend's coming up, and Chris and I was going to go on to the beach for Valentine's, so I thought I'd decide to put this in this week's video, some of the other stuff I've shot. This is an old building I have down here at the behind my shop, and this is an old small vise. I don't know exactly who the manufacturer of this vise is, and it's got a crack here, and it's been abused. I'm going to tell you, I used it as a kid, a teenager. You see how it's been. Handles are all bent out of shape. It's foul shape. I'm going to take this up, and I'm going to do a vise restoration on it as a future project. So I want you to be looking for that. That's something we're going to be doing here soon. It's coming in future videos, just something I've been wanting to do. I see these other guys have a small vise, and I just happen to have this one, and I'm just going to clean it up and redo it sometime in the future. It's on my future bucket list.